Today, let's go meet the creators, directors, and writers of Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
All I need are some tasty waves, a cool buzz, and I'm fine.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Graham, back with another video. And this one's a really fun one for me because I get to go and meet the writers and directors of the awesome movie Killer Klowns from Outer Space, the Chiodo Brothers. I had to ask them. I was calling Chiodo Brothers, and he says, we're New York Italians, and it's like Chianti. So Chiodo Brothers. And this was the only movie that they had written and directed, because they were visual effects or special effect creators that did puppets and scenes and costumes and all types of stuff. So that not only did they write the movie and direct the movie, they also made the costumes of the clowns and the sets and all that as well. So it's a super cool movie, just for the fact that, as I was talking to them about it, they had mentioned that they are mulling around maybe a part two, and using a little bit of CGI, but the best that it has to offer. Now, just to give a little background on the Chiodo Brothers, although they made Killer Klowns from Outer Space, you might recognize some of their stuff from the Critters movies. They were the ones that created the Critter and those puppets that were in that movie. Large Marge from one of the Pee-wee movies. I forget which one it is. I think it's Playhouse, or no, the Big Top Pee-wee maybe. The little mice in the movie Dinner for Schmucks with Steve Carell, all those little things that they did. I forget what they call the little boxes of them, but they did those. And interestingly, they did the puppets, or a lot of the puppets, for Team America. And getting to chat with them about their thoughts on Matt Stone and Trey Parker, and had a lot of amazing things to say about them, and talk about the genius level of the creators of South Park. And so if you haven't seen any of those movies, which I've seen all of them, I would say go check it out, get a feel for their creativeness. And what makes this special, this wasn't a simple Comic-Con, where you got to go and pay a crap ton of money to go in and maneuver the crowds. It was happened to be at one of the malls that we have in San Antonio. Not necessarily a dead mall, but it's a little bit different than what it used to be back in the day. It used to be called Crossroads Mall. Now it's Wonderland of America Malls. And I'd say a couple months ago, my wife and I and some friends were down in Corpus at a hotel down on the marina, just taking a couple-day vacation, and the gentleman was walking through the lobby, and he was wearing a t-shirt. I can't remember what was on it, but I said, hey man, I like your t-shirt. Something to do retro, right? And I happen to be wearing this shirt, and he says, I actually love your shirt. And he proceeded to tell me that he owns this company called Retro City on Facebook, and they promote these events and whatnot. I believe his name was Joel. I'll put a link to their Facebook on there. That way, if you're in the area, you can follow them and go check out, because I think they have a Beetlejuice one coming up as well. But he had mentioned to me that coming up in July, they were going to have the creators of Killer Klowns from Outer Space and the composer who did all of the music, the whole score, the soundtrack, and even wrote the song for the movie. And so I followed them and kept an eye out, and then they started making the announcements. So unfortunately, they had the full costume clowns there, this little crew that was there. But at the time that I was there, we got there at 11 o'clock, right when it opened up on Saturday.
Hey, here we are. This is the big day. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I like your t-shirt. Thank you.
And they weren't available yet. So I'll throw up some screenshots later on showing that. But I met my buddy Chris, my friend that I've had the longest. He's been a friend of mine for over 25 years, and he's a huge collector. But what he does is he collects, he goes to Comic-Cons and gets the photo ops, the autographs from all the stars. He's a huge classic rock guy. He's always going to concerts. He's also quite wealthy, so he can afford to do that. But he has had a collection room for years as his homes grow. Now he basically has a barn dominium with a section of it off with a movie theater, and then the whole back part of that is all of the photos and collection. So I'll be down there in a couple of weeks for my birthday when I turn 50, and I talked to him about doing a tour of that. That'd be another video. So if that's something you want to see, make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you get the notification of when that new video comes up. So without further ado, just to show you, it's a simple. Got to meet the three brothers. Got their autographs on a photo, and I happened to pick a photo from my favorite scene that they had, which is this one. You might get a glare on it. I'll do a. Sorry, that was my DVD falling. I'll do a close up on it, an overlay on this. It's my favorite scene where the clowns go and deliver pizza.
Next thing you know, we're moving to the Lower East Side of Manhattan. But he's gone. There's a lot of travel.
So again, all three brothers were super down to earth, super cool. They actually talked with us for quite a while instead of just moving us through like cattle. And then we ended up with the composer, John Massari. And he's the one who did all the music. And he had a CD and he had some other stuff. But then I noticed that he had the vinyl. He had taken the soundtrack and had remastered it, because he was the only one that had like a digital copy of it, remastered it, and then put it on to this collection vinyl. I'll do a close-up, but this is, talking about killer, this is a killer collectible. It opens up into a book where he wrote the music on there. Not only is it the 35th anniversary, but he also did sign it down there. And I'll do a overlay on it so you can see, because the vinyl, it's not just your standard black vinyl album. It is colored, I would say like cotton candy, pink and I believe green. And this cost me $80. However, this is just an amazing, to me, it's just an amazing piece for my collection. And the fact that he opened it already, he signed it, and he even kept the plastic, because he opened it just right. He kept the plastic folded up in another little bag, which I have somewhere else in the room, and to where it's complete. Because if it were still sealed, I wouldn't want to open it. But in this case, I get to listen to it, I get to check it out, and enjoy the music. Once again, super cool guy, very easy to talk with, and there he is there. My wife and I got photos with all of them. And so, again, super stoked for this, that I get to add this to my collection. Very happy with them. Very happy with the fact that this Retro City here in San Antonio puts these things on. Very well done. And look forward to hitting up some other ones. So with that said, if this is the type of content you like, consider liking, subscribing, hitting that bell notification. And if you like nostalgia, I highly recommend that you check out this one video that I did regarding Pizza Huts and the Pizza Hut Classic brand of Pizza Huts that still do exist throughout the United States, that have Pizza Huts the way that they looked in the 70s and 80s. So definitely, if you like that, go check that out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.